Many times, when people think of a physical disability, they think of one that makes it difficult for someone to perform a physical task. This may include walking or picking up an object, eating or speaking. And this is true. However, there's more to it. When someone's, namely a child's, physical disability is such that it hurts their ability to learn, and thus negatively impacts their education, this is called an orthopedic impairment. Let's take a look at its three main kinds. One type of orthopedic impairment is a neuromotor impairment. Your nervous system is composed of the brain, the spinal cord, and peripheral nerves, the ones lying outside the brain and spinal cord. Your brain is like a computer, and it uses USB cords, which symbolize the spinal cord and peripheral nerves, to communicate with external devices, like the muscles of the body. If either the computer or the USB cord is abnormally made or damaged for any reason, then you can agree that the external devices won't work very well. One real-world consequence of a child with a neuromotor impairment is that they have an inability to properly move one or more limbs of their body. One disorder that can lead to improper body movements is a condition known as cerebral palsy, where damage to the brain or improper development of the brain before or not long after birth causes problems with movement and posture. Another kind of orthopedic impairment can be caused by degenerative diseases. These are disorders characterized by progressively worsening structure or function of a body tissue. You can think of this as a computer that gets slower and slower over time, or a cord that develops cracks over time. One real-world problem school children may face is called muscular dystrophy. This is a term that actually refers to a group of disorders that have, at their core, weakness and loss of muscle mass. One kind of muscular dystrophy is called Duchenne muscular dystrophy, and it occurs as a result of a genetic defect that ultimately causes the muscles to deteriorate. The final kind of orthopedic impairment is composed of various musculoskeletal disorders, which involve direct damage to a child's tissues. Like the other two categories, these disorders limit a child's physical abilities. However, they're more often a problem particular to the computer accessory than the computer, brain, or cord, spinal cord, and peripheral nerves. The types of musculoskeletal disorders are many. The word musculoskeletal refers to disorders of the skeleton, bones, the muscles, and collateral tissue, like ligaments and tendons, that help the musculoskeletal system function. Disorders in this category include severe burns. A severe burn can cause the muscles, tendons, and ligaments of our body to fuse in inappropriate positions. This will limit a child's ability to move or even use things like their fingers, arms, and legs. Fractures that haven't healed properly and cause a child to walk improperly or use their arms inappropriately. A missing limb, such as from an amputation. Or finally, juvenile rheumatoid arthritis, a severe form of inflammation of the joints. All right, let's now take a moment or two to review. In this lesson, we learned that an orthopedic impairment is a condition that involves a child's limited or improper mobility in such a way that it hinders their education or ability to learn. There are three main categories of orthopedic impairment. Neuromotor impairment, such as from cerebral palsy. This is where damage to the brain causes problems with posture and movement. Degenerative diseases, like muscular dystrophy, which slowly destroy the structure and/or function of tissues. And finally, musculoskeletal disorders, such as a missing limb or severe burn, which are disorders caused by direct damage to tissues.